Hi everyone! It's Penny from Whack-A-Witch Astrology, and today we are doing a pick a card tarot reading. If you want to see a still image of the cards, you can check out my Instagram and my Facebook. I'll have links in the description below that lead you to that exact post. But we have cards 1 through 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can pick them here. You can go to Instagram or Facebook, whichever you want. But this one is going to be quite interesting because the question we are asking is, how are you awful? I don't know why we're doing this, but we might learn something really interesting. And I especially determined that I liked this idea because we're all self-critical, but the things that we're so caught up on, that we're giving ourselves a hard time for, are probably not the same thing that Spirit is going to say that we need to be enlightened on today. So I'm hoping that we can take a lighthearted approach to this. You know, as I always say, you don't have to be perfect to be loved. You are loved just as you are. It's all good. So just, believe that, know that you are loved by the earth, you are loved by your guardians, you are likely loved by actual humans around you as well. So your self-love is justified. You need to have that self-love. So we're going to get going with card number 1 and see what it says. So we have the 10 of Swords right here. I am feeling like so much stress and anxiety to the point of like physical pain coming on with this card. So this is someone who like digs so deep into themselves. You look at things that have happened and you just really rip into yourself as if you think you did every single thing wrong and you just tear yourself to shreds because of it. That's what I'm getting from card number 1. Card number 2 is the Star card. So I'm having a hard time getting anything negative from this card. I'm seeing that this is someone with, big beliefs, big dreams, big ambition, and I guess it's like one of those like really weirdly cliche, like you're just too kind, too pure, too beautiful for the world. Like you have so much beauty and so many ideals that you want to contribute to the world, that you want to be part of, but it feels like it's not really translating into reality very well. Reality is harsh. Reality is a place where you have to make some hard decisions. And I'm seeing this as, you're a very pure soul, whether that means you're like a young soul, or maybe it just means you're someone of like really high moral principles, and you don't want to have to be like dragged down by some of the realities that we are actually facing. So that's kind of what's awful about you. Card number 3 is the Death card. And if you're wondering why I have to flip these over, it's because I apparently set them down wrong. I don't do reversals. I don't reverse my deck. So yeah, I'm not reading reversals here. So the Death card, this is what's wrong with you. The fact that you're gonna die, the fact that someday your life's gonna come to an end, and the wonderfulness that is you in this incarnation will someday come to an end. Okay, so like in all seriousness, what can we really get from this card here? I'm getting that you have a habit of dwelling on things that are done with in your life, dwelling on the past, not being able to move forward, and just kind of being stunned in disbelief. It's something that costs you a lot of time. It's something that's been kind of holding you back because you just sit there kind of in awe of what happened, and it takes you quite a while to be able to process things. So you're someone who needs more healing in your life. You need things to start flowing a little bit better so that you can actually move forward rather than being stuck on these old, dead, and gone things that happened in the past. And card number 4 is the High Priestess. Okay, so this is basically saying that you are a know-it-all, and it's not that you're wrong for being a know-it-all. You might be very wise. You often do know what you're talking about. You have great, valuable insight. But what I'm seeing is that sometimes this interferes with your ability to communicate harmoniously with other people. Like, you might be able to figure people out right away. You might be able to call them out on their BS. It's almost like you act like you don't actually need the conversation and you already know what's going on. And, Spirit is kind of telling you that you would be more pleasant to other people, like other people would enjoy the interactions with you a little bit more if you just kind of like humored the situation anyway. I'm seeing them tell you to be more like the playful side of the tiger, where you just want to be able to enjoy the moment and enjoy what's going on, rather than always being the huntress, where you know how to dominate the conversation. So it's about trying to find pleasantries in conversation. Card number 5. This is the 4 of coins. So I'm seeing you're likely someone who enjoys crafting things. I know we get a lot of variety in who chooses what card in these pick a cards, but you're someone who enjoys crafting things, and your line of thinking, your method of thinking is very, very structured, and it can also be kind of rigid in that way. So you like to think about the end goal, like what are we actually going to accomplish from this? Where are we actually going to go? And sometimes it feels like things are so tightly wound that there's not room to adapt. There's not room to change for the outside circumstances that are going on. So you need a little bit more of an ability to bounce back, to roll with the punches, so to speak, and accept the news that you are getting in life, whatever news it is, whatever thing it was that you weren't expecting, so that you can adjust to it a little bit more quickly. Card number 6 is, I don't know how many cups this is. This is a lot of cups. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 8. So you got the 8 of cups. I'm feeling like just a lot of tragedy from this card, like a lot of things that have fallen to pieces. Some big goals you had that you were trying to reach, where it seems like things kind of came crashing down and you got kind of like smacked in the face by it. And essentially what I'm getting from this is just a loss of hope. Like, and I've been through this, whether it's just one time before that was really bad, or it was 3 times before where I feel like I gave it my all and it all collapsed anyway, no matter what I did. I'm feeling like an extreme desire to just freaking give up from this card. And that's what Spirit is saying is wrong with you. You need to stop wanting to give up. You need to get yourself out of this negative headspace, and you need to see something different. You need some kind of exposure, whether it's like a vacation, going to see the mountains, going to see the ocean, going surfing. You need to do something fun that you actually enjoy. It could even just be like playing a fun video game. You need something that you enjoy that'll help you see life in a different way. Now, if you are going to take the video game approach, make sure the video game is not an escape. Make sure it's something that improves your mood but doesn't consume as much time. That's my advice if you're going to take the video game route. But you really need something that's going to change your perspective and allow you to feel more light, more happy, more optimistic about what's going on and about your potential. Another idea is maybe try something that you know you're bad at and do it just for fun and just to laugh at yourself. Anyway, that was your Pick a Card Tarot reading for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything and you don't think I just randomly disappeared off the face of the earth, because I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. And also follow me on Facebook or Instagram if you do Instagram. Bye.